Good day, good evening, good afternoon. This is Alex Haigh with EXP and the Haigh Group of the Treasure Coast. Today we're going to talk about iBuyers. What are they and should you consider it? Stay tuned for this episode. All right, so there's a lot of talk out there about iBuyer, and it's if you haven't heard the term before, you actually know what it is. An iBuyer is basically, if you've seen those billboards on the side of the road say, I buy ugly houses, well, that's basically what it is. It's basically somebody coming to you individually, and this is if you're a seller, okay? So should you work with an iBuyer as a seller? Maybe you want to. You'll get postcards in the mail, we'll buy your house, see little chloroplast signs on the side of the road, we'll buy your house. That's an iBuyer. That's somebody that's going to come directly to you and buy your home. Now, typically what they're looking to do is they want to buy something with equity already built into it. So as a seller, just be cognizant and understand that if you work with somebody that's going to buy this house from you directly and make it easy, you know, that might be what you want. If you want easy, you want clean, you want cash, you want no contingencies, an iBuyer may be the go for you. So as a seller, really understand that there's going to be equity built in if that buyer is buying that home directly from you. That, as a seller, is something we want you to be aware of, okay? As a buyer, the iBuyer, the biggest iBuyer program out there that you guys have probably heard of would be Zillow Offers. Now, what Zillow does is Zillow is using their platform to put up ads, and also on their site you can go on there and say, hey, I would consider selling my house. And that is Zillow. They work with hedge funds and that as well, that will buy your house. Okay, that is the biggest iBuyer that I know of right now. There's Homes Across America, all these different organizations. BlackRock buys homes, but really that direct to the buyer, to the seller is an iBuyer situation. That's what Zillow is doing. Now, as a buyer, do you want to go out and buy an iBuyer home? Yes and no. If you can actually go directly to a seller and you can be iBuy, go with it if you know that, hey, you got an inspection done, title's clean, all of these other things, which you probably want a real estate agent maybe even to come in as a small fee. If you find somebody that's willing to sell their home, I would really suggest using a real estate agent because it can get a little bit sticky and you can get yourself into a jam, especially if you're paying cash. So as a seller, do I sell in an iBuyer situation? Yeah, if you really know what you're getting yourself into, you know the true value of the home, and you're doing it because you just want to have an easy, clean, cash, close quickly type situation, an iBuyer situation can work for you. Just know that you're probably leaving a lot of money on the table. All right, as that buyer, you're going out and somebody's willing to sell their house to you, be forewarned, there's a lot of things that you can get mixed up in that, it can lose you money, time, and a lot of both. So as a buyer, I suggest probably having a guide along the way, having a real estate agent help you with the title company and inspections and all that kind of stuff. So those are the two things. Should I do it as a seller? Well, really be warned, you're going to leave money on the table most likely, but if you want to do it, know that they're going to they're there to make a profit, not have you benefit. It's easy for you because it's a big profit for them. As a buyer, get a guide or really make sure that you do your homework so that you know what you're buying and you know that everything is going to work out for you in the end, best that you can, taking that risk. So hopefully that's helpful on the iBuyer situation. I actually buy homes myself. I always have people be cognizant that, I am going to make money. You're probably going to be better putting it on the open market. So be cognizant of that if you ever hear from me in that regard. So hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for further episodes. Always reach out to us if there's anything we can do to help. Let us know.